Hello, it is Dr. Askkrystalracquel, and I am back again with a video for today. Today is day 21. No, today is day 13 of our 21 days of change. I hope you are doing amazingly. Like, comment, subscribe to my video, and we're going to get right into it. We are reading Proverbs 13 today. I'm so excited because it seems like there's an update on the phones now. So if I ever need to get up, all I have to do is let you know and then do a pause. Then when I come back, I unpause. Or I hit play again. So I'm really excited about that. I literally just noticed that. So let's get started. We're on chapter 13 of our Proverbs. Proverbs is such an amazing book of the Bible. And let's get right into it. Proverbs 13. Put my glasses on. All right, let's go. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, again with the son, but a mocker does not listen to rebuke. So if you're explaining something to someone and then they start mocking you, that is a bad sign. They're foolish. From the fruit of the lips, a man enjoys good things, but the unfaithful have a craving for violence. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks rashly will come to ruin. The sluggard craves and gets nothing, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked bring shame and disgrace. So if you're a righteous person, you're going to hate what is bad. And you are supposed to strive for righteousness. And you're not supposed to be a sluggard. Laziness, that's going to give you nothing, like I talked about yesterday, about people who really don't want to work. One man pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. We see it all the time. We see people who are living that hood rich or ghetto fabulous. Any race, okay? But we know what we think of when I say those terms. So I want to make it clear that it's any race. And then we also think of other people who we see a lot of time, people who are rich, and you don't know that they're rich because they're living simply. They have a reasonable price car. They don't dress lavishly. Yeah, it's true. So you see how things in Proverbs we see even today. Okay, so a man's riches may ransom his life. That's why I always say, if I have money, I'm going to live a quiet life. But a poor man hears no threat. So if you're poor, you probably people might not be threatening you or saying, oh, let's go kidnap this person and let's get money from his family. The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. That is a well-known scripture. Pride only breeds quarrels, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Dishonest money dwindles away, but he who gathers money little by little makes it grow. You see, a lot of times you'll see people, they just blow up out of nowhere, and it's hard for them to be able to manage that. I was thinking of something in particular, like really dishonest ways, but let's even think about the lottery. People who play the lottery, then they get money, then the money's gone, versus someone who little by little grows money. Little by little, they're learning, they're growing. God is teaching them. So that's something very important. So don't look at people who get rich quick. And there's a reason why God probably doesn't really want that for a lot of people. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. I'm sure you understand what that means. It's saying if somebody has a hope that never happens, you're going to be sick and all those things, like internally. But if you have that wish and it comes to pass, you're going to feel good. He who scorns instruction will pay for it, but he who respects the command is rewarded. That's something you should always try to live out in your life. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a man from the snares of death. So if there's people around you that you know are wise, definitely listen. You know, a lot of the people in our life who are older, a lot of people do have a lot of wisdom, so don't turn your back on those sorts of teachings. Good understanding wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. Every prudent man acts out of knowledge, but a fool exposes his folly. So really try to live your life in a way where you are not just talking for no reason, not just going out and doing what you want. Really try to think wise in your decisions. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. So you want to be able to depend on the people that you send out, right? If you say, hey, can you pass this message along for me, even in work, you want to make sure that the person is going ahead and doing your bidding. This actually reminds me of something. I don't know what grade I was in. I was super young, maybe like third, fourth grade. I don't know. I remember this. I remember a teacher wanted somebody from the class, a volunteer, to go to a certain room and request a certain student. I can't remember why, but I can't remember why she wanted a student or what she wanted to be passed along to the student, or I don't know. But all I know is that, I was not a good messenger. I volunteered. I wanted to go. I think I volunteered, yes. Or she selected me. I feel like I volunteered. I don't know. And then I was supposed to go into the classroom and ask, but I remember I never went into the classroom, and I don't know why I didn't, but I just remember just going back to the room and telling the teacher that that student wasn't there, or that something regarding that. That just came to mind. I was like, that was definitely an unfaithful messenger. That was definitely not somebody that you want to send to be your messenger, who's not gonna even go send a message where it needs to go. But yeah, that's a good example of what we just discussed. And okay, yeah, so wicked messenger, not saying I was wicked, but it wasn't a good messenger. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. He who ignores discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. A longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but fools detest turning from evil. He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. So we always say, do not be careful of the company that you keep, first of all. And me, a lot of times when I was in jobs and things like that, I would befriend people who were older than me. A lot of my friends weren't my age or weren't younger, or there were some people who were around my age, but I liked having people who were older than me. So be careful of those things. You don't want to have bad company. Not saying people who are younger than you are bad company, but basically, if there's people who have wisdom, you want to get under those people. Misfortune pursues the sinner, but prosperity is the reward of the righteous. So make sure we're not sinning, and make sure we're repenting for our wrong, but we definitely don't want to take God's grace for granted. And a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So live your life in such a way that you can even leave an inheritance for your grandchildren. You don't want to live your life just for yourself. I know in the United States we have a really big individualistic culture, but think about the future. Think about your future lineage. That's very important. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. So if you're a sinner, your wealth might be snatched from you for someone who's righteous. A poor man's field may produce abundant food, but injustice sweeps it away. He who spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is careful to discipline him. So you're supposed to discipline your children. The righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. And that is where chapter 13 ends. The one thing I noticed in this chapter and the chapters before is that a lot of the stuff is repeated throughout the Proverbs. So things are, like, the lessons and the teachings are repeated over and over. And it's like a way for it to get inside our heart, for it to be engraved in our mind, engraved in our heart. So I really love that about the Proverbs that we've gotten to up until this point. We're almost the halfway mark through Proverbs, which would be 15 and a half chapters, since there's 31 chapters in Proverbs. And we are almost at the 2/3 mark for the 21 days of change. So let me know what you think. That was a great chapter. All of the Proverbs are amazing chapters. That was just Proverbs wisdom to live your life by. Let me know what you think down below, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Bye.